Sometimes we do a little bit of editing with the forecast tracks like this. But anyway, so here's the new 4 p.m. one. So that places it just to the south of Grand Bahama as a tropical storm still. Winds at 70 miles an hour, so they did not upgrade it. And then a landfall, so that would be 1 a.m. Winds at 75 miles an hour, and that would be a landfall on the Treasure Coast just after midnight, Category 1, and then moving up the coast toward Tampa after that. I'll go back another frame here. This may be a little bit of a mess, so I apologize for that, but this is a 1 a.m. landfall. That would be Treasure Coast, Category 1, and then moving up toward Tampa as a tropical storm, and then after that racing up the coast. So it's moving west at 13. The pressure is still 985. The pressure really hasn't changed much in the last 24 hours. What happens with the pressure is that if we record a pressure, let's say the pressure, we record 980 millibars. Maybe the plane, or it goes over a reporting site, a weather station somewhere, so there's 5 millibar drop. You won't see an immediate increase in the winds, but likely you will 4 to 6 hours later. You'll see the winds bump up in the storm. So the pressure's been pretty steady through the overnight and through most of today. So it hasn't really changed from much from around 985. So the storm now, the center would be right in this area here. And still lots of dry air, as I said, near the center of it, which is hindering it strengthening like it was forecast to do, which is good for us. We don't need a hurricane. A strong tropical storm's enough. And there's the forecast tracks, which haven't changed much either. So it's a landfall into the Treasure Coast, and it is also a big weather event for Palm Beach County with tropical storm force winds and potentially brief periods of hurricane force winds on the Treasure Coast. Now, what about tornadoes? There is a slight tornado threat here. The Storm Prediction Centers placed the Treasure Coast and parts of Palm Beach County in elevated, a slight level of severe weather threat for tonight. And as the storm makes landfall just after midnight, that would be kind of the late evening after midnight would be the greatest threat for any kind of tornado formation. And the highest chance would be from the center of the storm north toward Vero and up toward Palm Bay and the Melbourne area, and be quite a bit less through Palm Beach County, should the track and the landfall be on the Treasure Coast. Storm surge, also a big threat, and obviously these are big numbers for storm surge. So a storm surge warning all the way from West Palm into Vero, and a storm surge watch south in toward Boca. And this model, just quickly show this model, because this is a Vipercast model, and this has been matching up not only with the official forecast, but with a lot of the other models in the last day or two. So there's one feeder band there that pushes through early evening. There's a second one, so this is 8:30, that comes in along the coastline. Look at the impact here from Vero all the way down to Boca. The center is still off the coast, and then a little closer, and these winds here will be 50, maybe 60 miles an hour. These are some sustained winds. The big winds can be a very windy night, and then it moves in. So this model brings it in around North Hutchinson Island, and that would be after midnight, like the official forecast does. So this is just one computer model, but it gives everyone at home an idea of what kind of scenario we may be dealing with this storm as it moves through tonight. So stronger winds, some heavier rainfall. There'll be a tornado threat north of the center, and this massive storm surge issue that we're still dealing with. We're at low tide across a lot of the area right now. We're still dealing with this storm surge situation.